Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you two replays. Both happened after I came back from my little break. So, in these two games, there's going to be a longer video, about 20 minutes. So, a couple things. I might ramble a lot more than usual, because I'm talking for a lot longer. And if you hear me having a drink, I apologise, but it's currently 20 to 7 in the morning, and I don't normally make videos at this time. But I just got back from my run. Quite thirsty, obviously, so I've got a drink and it's a long video, so if you hear me, I apologise. So Canals Assault, you see me dicking around with the map because again, this was actually my first game back after my little break. I'm platooned with my good friend Curtis. We are in a T95E6 platoon, and we are defending on Assault. So, why did I pick this tank to start with? Because it's a tank I said I don't like. So why would I pick this as my first game back? Well, Curtis got his, and he picked his, so I just let you know we'll go out between the two of them. Since he's got his, I'll go out with him. It'll be fun. Now, something to note this game: no artillery. And as I said at the beginning, I'm going to talk a bit about the game. I might talk about other shit. I might ramble, but you should all know that by now. You should all be aware that I might do that. And this is also a sign of things to come when you get your live videos. I will talk so much shit. It shouldn't be that much different to the recorded ones because I don't really edit what I say. But you know, if you want to skip to the second replay, feel free, or you can just listen to me talk shit. Their T95E6 is going mental. I don't know really what he's doing. And you saw I was able to use this vehicle's excellent DPM there. 3 shots for free, basically. 4. Bounce his shot. And he's dead. So I've come to this hill here because one, we're defending. This is an excellent location to spot from. No artillery. And this vehicle. Why do I dislike it? Well, there's a lot of good things about it. In fact, most of the things are good about it. Really mobile. The turret armor is actually very good. Apart from the big weak point, and I know what you're thinking, I pen all the time through that. Yes, you can. But, from my experience fighting against it and playing it, if you just stay moving backwards and forwards and do the quick movements, don't stop, a lot of people will actually miss that commander's hat and they will hit the actual turret itself. And the whole turret, apart from that weak point, is actually very strong. The upper plate of this vehicle is also quite strong. The downside is the side armor is quite weak. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, 35mm, which means I cannot side scrape in this vehicle. And as you all know, I love side scraping. That makes me sad. Well, I can side scrape the 105mm medium tanks, but I mean, pretty much all the high tier heavies I cannot side scrape. Just quite sad. But yeah, why do I not like this vehicle? Accuracy. It's as simple as that. Now, I know why it's not that accurate, because if it was, it would actually be OP, because this vehicle feels very nice, apart from the accuracy. So, I understand why it doesn't have good accuracy. But, that's one of my big things in World of Tanks. If a vehicle isn't accurate, it annoys me quite a lot. Although, as this game's going to show, when I started playing it back again, my opinion was starting to change this vehicle. I don't play too many games in it when I formed the opinion of I don't like it. But after this game, I decided perhaps I need to give this vehicle another chance. I know there are a lot of people out there who like this tank. You'll see not that many vehicles have died in either team. And we're a decent bit into the game. And you see, that shot I was actually amazed hit. However, now I've got to support my friendly convoy at over 470 meters, which in this tank I was not expecting to actually hit any of these shots. But thankfully, with the convoy keeping the T92A there, he only has limited places he can go. And I don't mind tracking him so long as I get the assistance, which thankfully I am getting. Now 705A this distance, going to be quite a difficult tank to pen. You see I hit his tracks there and didn't pen through, just Russian spaced armor memes. And now, they don't have an artillery, but they do have a WoT E100 who is very scary. So I'm wary of him, and the 705A, I've loaded hate. So the first shot that you saw bounce off his side, I'm assuming into his tracks, bounced. That one being hate panned through his tracks, so I have no idea how that happened, but I'm not complaining. After being an American tank, and being an American heavy tank gun, because this is 400 Alpha, so basically like an E5 gun, that means it gets 340 heat pen, which is just really nice for the really heavy armor targets. Now our team's starting to pull ahead. See, I'm aiming. I'm not even going to try and take the shot of the turret because he's a Russian turret. I'm trying to see if I could get a shot into his engine deck if he backed up enough, but he didn't. Very awkward hill here, so I'm going to try and reverse angle. Not for sidetrain purposes because he will overmatch me. But if I try to back up normally and get these shots in, they might be able to see my engine deck and overmatch it. So by reversing and doing it, they'll only see my turret. The WoT E100 on the move hits my weak point, but he's a WoT E100, he's got insane gun handling. And now I'm keeping an eye and make sure the 705A isn't coming for me. I'm just trying to sneak some shots in. He's going in again if there's an E100. Unfortunately, I did not get another shot into him, and I've decided I'm not going to get another shot into him either, so going for the 705A with the help of Curtis. Now, Curtis has decided that, because he's got a lot of hit points, he's going to drive in first. So not a lot of hit points. He's decided he's going to drive in and let the 705A shoot him, and I'll pick up the kill on the 705A. But you're going to see, the 705A comes around the corner and ignores Curtis to go for me. Also, look at my ammo count right now. I was running low right here, and that is something I've noticed with the T95E6. I've run out of ammo, or almost run out of ammo, a lot in this vehicle, and that's a mix of the low ammo count with the good DPM, so that's why I don't carry any high explosive on this tank. I don't want to be left with no AP shells. So, my first game back after my little week and a half break, and I was pleased to say I wasn't rusty. 24k silver, 4400 damage, 1650 assistance, 2 kills. Nothing crazy, but I just thought I'd show you a nice warm-up game. In a tank that I didn't like, but I'm actually starting to get a bit of a soft spot for. So, after that game, about 25 minutes later, because me and Curtis played for about an hour, hour and a half or so, and about 25 minutes later, I took out one of my favourite vehicles. I went from a vehicle I dislike to a vehicle I really like. We're in Heilbronn. It's another assault mode, but this time I'm attacking and not defending. And in this game I'm going to be in the FCM 50T. Now, if any of you have watched my previous FCM 50T videos, you all know I love this tank. For many reasons that hopefully will become apparent in this video. Now, you will see Tier 9 matchup, which is technically a worst case scenario for this vehicle because it's preferential, but because I'm platooned with Curtis, who's in his Type 59 too, I could have seen Tier 10s. So I suppose I should be grateful that at least there aren't any of those. There's also no artillery. So 2 games I'm showing you here with no artillery, which is very nice. Now still, not as you can tell on update 5.0. Still got 3 more videos left, I believe, before that. But I will bring you some videos from the new one, and I might do, or I'm just going to bring you replays from the new one, and I might wait till I do one of my live gameplay videos. Wait till I'm doing everything live, and then when I'm speaking live, I'll talk about update 5.0 and my thoughts on it, because I feel like it'll be easier to discuss when I'm talking live, and I'm not trying to discuss the game either. So, you'll see in this game, I'm looking at Curtis, because he's in the medium tank, I'm in the heavy tank, and yet, he's got more armor than me, and I'm the one pulling away from him. So it's quite a bit of a funny thing going on there to kind of get the sense of these two vehicles. Now, in this game, because it's assault mode, means their team's in a good position to like set up a defensive perimeter and shoot anyone who gets spotted. So, me being in a heavy tank that doesn't have very good armor, I'm very hesitant to get spotted for obvious reasons. And I want to try and get this position in the spot because I've got excellent view range, but because this is a tier 9 game and I'm in a heavy tank not good at view range, they have an M46 Patton, who also has a very good view. They have a Projet helm, T32, all think they have good view range. Now, my plan this game was to, at least for the beginning part of it, snipe. And I know what you're thinking, I'm in a heavy tank, why to do that? Again, they've got the defensive perimeter. If I push, I'm just going to get wrecked, so we want to lower the numbers. And the FCM 50T isn't bad at sniping. It's got like a medium tank gun, and actually it's got a better gun than a lot of medium tanks at tier 8. Got great DPM, it's got the insane accuracy, 0.32 base, good aim time, and good penetration. So, for shooting at long range, this is actually better than most of them. In fact, I think it's got more accuracy than a lot of the tier 8 TDs do. So, this isn't how you should play this tank, but if you need to, like as I said here, I want to whittle down the numbers before I push, because open field, they've got light tanks, I don't want to get spotted and just ruined. It's not bad at sniping. And in fact, I'll show you that now with the STG. I say as I missed the first shot, but now I'm aiming for the drive wheel. Trying to aim for that drive wheel, hit straight in, damages fuel tanks. And he's got no hope of spotting me at this distance. Thankfully my team are keeping him spotted. The light tank to my left is being kept back far enough to where he can't spot me. And now just repeated shots in, the DPM, the accuracy. I don't pen that shot, but I do hit it, which is going to keep his tracks off. And just absolutely beautiful. I do think I set him on fire at the end there as well. Try to snap the shot on T32 Proto, and I do hit it, but unfortunately don't pan. Now, you're going to see, multiple times here, while I'm looking at the enemies here, I'm constantly thinking, I'm looking around the map at different enemies, I'm kind of thinking, can I push? I'm looking at the map, thinking, is there anywhere where I can see a way of breaking through? Because being a week and a half break, which doesn't sound like a long time, but when you've not been playing a game for a week and a half, and you've only been playing one other game, it felt like a long time since I played when I got back. I'm just going to give you a bit of spoiler now. I've not realised about the 10-minute timer on the assault modes. I've completely forgotten. I noticed the light tank at the back of the map, so I was just looking at the map, make sure it won't come in my direction. And what you're going to see is all our tanks over this side of the map are kind of gathered up. And that's because the reason I came over this side is because on this map and the way the enemy team has the defensive positions, I feel the other side of the map, up at the AB line, is a lot more open to snipers. So if you're trying to push from that side of the map, where our team is at the opposite side, you're a lot more open to getting killed. So I kept to this side because I felt it was better. Now, I've only just noticed the timer, and now I'm pushing. Our Projet was going in, and I've realised, oh shit, I need to move. We don't have much time left, and they have a lot of tanks left. So, time to push in. I want to stay at the low ground, and we need to deal with the Patton first. Now, the Patton has excellent DPM, but thankfully, I've got the Projet with me. I'm on full hit points. I don't mind taking a shot. Put the shot in, go for a bit of a ram. You see I take hardly any damage. FCM 50T, really good at ramming. And I do finish off the M46. Now again, assault mode, it's not ideal for pushing. There's a lot of open places. I would have pushed far to the left, but I was worried that the con may be able to aim down there. Again, not too familiar with the map. Kind of forgotten it. Now, Freedom's looking at me. Obviously, a lot of people could have got that for free. So I start backing up again, and even though this tank has not very good frontal armor, you'll see actually bounce a shot. Why is that? That Freedom is firing high explosive at me. Now, I don't know why he's firing high explosive at me, but he is. Wasn't expecting to pen that shot at this distance. See, I'm mainly aware of the Conway. I keep looking at him. He's the most dangerous gun, by far. I am able to pen his turret, though. With standard rounds, for a preferential tank, 212 standard pen. Fairly adequate, especially in matchmaking like this. And now, I see that I was not expecting that shot to pen, by the way. I want to get to the hill in front of me, the little grassy hills. The Freedom misses me, thankfully, although he wouldn't have done too much damage because he's still firing high explosive. And we are in a predicament because we do not have much time left, and there's still a lot of enemies. Trying to aim for the light tank, trying to predict his movements. Unfortunately, don't hit him. And now the dangerous, or two dangerous opponents, both Conway and the Patriot scare me. I get a beautiful tracking shot on the IS, and the Standard B finishes him off. I may have called him a Progetto earlier. Standard B is what I meant. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I do that a lot. I keep fucking up the names of things. I keep making mistakes. Pretty much, I just keep having jingles moments. Where I keep mispronouncing things, calling tanks by the wrong name, even if they're different nations. But, you know, again, I'm just going to make that part of how I do these things. Just expect me to get things wrong. I fuck up as my tank jerks up on the hill there, so I lose the gun depression, and I hit the Patriot's turret. Thankfully, even though he's got good DPM, I do too, and we have the same alpha damage. I fire on the move, and like this is where I make a mistake, and you can tell my rustiness. Light tank to be an issue, but Curtis says he's coming in to get a shot at him. I decided the Conway is the more dangerous target, so I want to actually leave him, because he's not positioned to shoot me, so I can deal with the easier one, which is the Freedom, and then go for the Conway. Unfortunately, the Standard B's gone for the Conway. I wish he would have come help me, or maybe I should have gone helped him, but I think he should have come help me, but I'll still take responsibility for this and say it's my mistake. I keep fucking up the shots on him, and now, if you rewind that and look carefully, a 259mm pen APCR shell just bounced off the cupola of that Freedom. I track him, I keep fucking up the shots, like, after bouncing off his cupola, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. VK kills him, and now you'll see we really don't have much time left. I had to use my repair kit earlier as well. I didn't want to, because I'd only been tracked, but, again, the timing, I'm very aware of how much time we've got. Now, I see Conway, I need to finish him off. I do so, go to use him as cover. Unfortunately, the stockade hits me, and damages my ammo rack. And now you're going to see that's an issue. I don't have a repair kit. And why is that an issue? If I hadn't been ammo racked right now, what that means is, I would have been able to kill this stockade before he reloaded. I'm confident that with my DPM, I could have killed him before he reloaded. But you see, with the ammo rack, I've lost all my DPM, and it's going to come back to bite me in the arse. He's trying to face hug me, so I go for the overmatch on the turret roof. Always helpful to know when you're fighting IS-3s. And just... I knew it was over at this point, the moment he ammo racked me. Curtis is on his way. I'm trying to side scrape. I know he's reloaded now. And just, how bad could RNG be? I even said to Curtis in the party as I went around the corner, I said out loud, as long as he doesn't ammo rack me, we can win. And then he ammo racked me. So, we know it's over, we're just going in. I get one more shot of damage. I'm going to try and get a bit of a ram in. And I unfortunately die, and we time out. So, bit of a sad ending, but we didn't win the game. It was still a good result. For marks of excellence, for crew training, etc. Because I don't think anyone can deny this was a good game. 109,000 profit, 4,200 damage, 2,300 assistance, 3 kills, high caliber, ace tanker. I think for defeat, that's a defeat many people will be happy with. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this extra long video. If you have, feel free to let me know in the comments below, or if you just like the shorter ones. And I will see you in the next one.